Good day everyone, my name is Sanjit Gular and I will be discussing blind pilotage techniques by radar setting including parallel indexing. So in the introductions, radar really comes into its own during poor visibility. The techniques that will be described in these sections applies to such circumstances, whereas most modern marine radars now have a computer built in ARPA, which is automatic radar plotting aid, which provides many more features than the older sets. The basic principles of blind remain with the old PPIs, plane position indicators, circular radar displayed screen. One needs to a rotatable PPI cursors or circular perspex attachment to the PPI, engraved with parallel index lines and designed to overcome parallel errors. The techniques used with these parallel lines is called parallel index. It was important that center of spot of PPI should remain in the center and that the ship's heading marker should remain correctly lined up. So position plotting is a vital element of passage planning and monitoring. The safety of the ship's navigation depends on how accurately the position of the vessel has been ascertained. While transiting opening seas or coastal water, narrow channel or narrow canals, river passage, or port and harbor approaches, the basic foundation of navigation lies in position fixing. Various methods are available for position fixing, including visual bearings, radar fixes, terrestrial and celestial observations, and GPS fixes. For example, in opening seas where traffic density is scarce, a celestial observations or GPS fix is an acceptable method for position fixing. However, in coastal congested water, traffic separation schemes or narrow channels, canals, and river passage, radar, visual, or terrestrial bearings are more reliable than GPS fixes. While transiting a traffic lane, following a traffic separation lane, or passing a shoreline rock, a close-by vessel must be kept on the plane tracks. Thus, the cross-track distance should be zero or kept to a minimum as available sea room is less to avoid a hazard or danger. So parallel indexes is a technique used a measure to monitor the progress of a vessel on a track to minimize the cross-track distance and to keep the vessels at a safe distance from the shoreline or rock. The basic principle of this method is that to maintain the follow a particular course, a bearing line drawn parallel to the original course with a known affixes perpendicular distance between both lines is used a reference. The increases of or decreases of the perpendicular distance between the bearing lines drawn parallel to course line and ship's position at any time will indicate cross-track deviations from the initial plane course and thus advise a mariner if he or she is falling out of traffic lanes, entering a traffic separation zone, or closing in into a navigation's danger. So the references point from which the bearing lines parallel to the course lines is drawn is taking as fixes by lighthouse, headland, jetty, fixed platform, or fixed radar conspicuous object. Thus, the imaginary line drawn parallel to the course to steer from a fixed object is always at fixed distance from it, while a ship follows a course to steer, parallel index measured is always remain at a fixed distance from hazard. Thus, the parallel indexing is our method to alert a mariner that has come close to navigational hazard. So parallel index is techniques can be used as it is provided into options menu of mariner radar, where distance between parallel lines can be fixed, and it can also be set to maintain safe distance from two fixed objects simultaneously on either side of vessel. Upon selecting parallel index lines in the options menu, a set floating lines parallel to each other appeared on the screen. The orientations of these lines can be set by using the ABL marker, and the distance between these lines adjusted by the VRM marker. Another method is to use floating ABL, which is to be offset and positioned at the hazard or object and aligned parallel to the course to steer. A floating VRM circle or fixed radius can be placed on the object so that the course to steer is a tangent to its range circle. As the ships come inside, the VRM circles gives indications to mariner to alter course to stay at safe distance from the danger. The parallel indexings from floating objects cannot be accepted unless they have been first checked for a position. A floating object will not give an accurate positions as essential part of the passage plan. Parallel indexing is a recommended feature to be incorporated into various legs of the passage. So that's all, and thank you.